Welcome to another episode of Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. I'm your host, Lionel McDonald. We are on the evening, though it is pouring rain on a Thursday, May 1st. It's gonna be May if I do my Justin Timberlake. So this podcast, Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life, is available on Apple, Google, Spotify, and the video version will be available on YouTube. So it is May, as I just sung for you terribly. But as we move on, May is maybe the most exciting sneaker month that we've had so far in 2025. So I'm going to give you a rundown of a bunch of stuff that is dropped starting today, also moving in through the month because we got bangers literally every single week throughout the course of the 31 days of May. So let's get it cracking. So, something near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love the Air Max 2 CB94. The Suns colorway, along with the OG color looking black and purple, both released May 1st. We also get the Air Max 95. Obviously, it is the 30th anniversary of the Air Max 95, one of the most revolutionary sneakers we've had in the Nike realm and sneakers altogether. And we get the pink colorway in women's, the pink foam. There's a couple new Jaws that are out, including the Jaw 2 Scratch. So that's an interesting one. I'm not a huge fan of the Jaw, though I've tried it on. It actually feels really good. So that's one to consider. Another color in the KD18. The soft pearl metallic silver. So that's another interesting one that is hit the market. We get Angel Reese's collection. So we get a Club C, and I think I'm calling it Chalk and Sunset Coral is a colorway. Club C, Reebok Premier Road Plus 6, which is more of a running silhouette. And then we get a Shaq Gnosis, which looks pretty cool, that they've done for Angel Reese in collaboration. So definitely some good sneakers that they've released. Also, Justin Timberlake. I don't know the story behind this, but we got a Nike Victory Tour 4 in the coffee. That's a golf shoe in collaboration. So interesting. They're working with Justin again after the JTH that we had several years ago. I think that was like 2018 that we had the surprise visit here in Toronto when he's on tour. But let's peek into the rest of the month. So yeah, we got the book, the 95 All-Star. We got another KD18, the EYBL, which is kind of cool. We got a Reflections MB4. If you're a Mellow Ball fan, this color looks dope. They call it Black and Ravish. So different than one of the other ones. It's like one of the darker based MB4s. Shoe is still doing amazing on the marketplace. So this is one you may want to be interested in. We get the aluminum women's Jordan 4. I think this is a banger. I'm not saying this because of Jordan 4. I just like the colorway for this particular one. So definitely, I think this is a sought after one. And then I think there's a dot swoosh Air Force One triple black. I don't know if people are going to get that excited about, but the ones that they're going to get excited about is the A1, which is Aja Wilson's shoe. So finally, this is going to be available, much bigger than some of the shoe stores in South Carolina, where she actually personally went to a Foot Locker and helped sell the shoes and bag them and give people experiences. So we're getting the pink aura on May 8th. And then I think further down the line, we get the hyper pink on May 29th. And then I want to say that I saw that there's at least one more color coming out. Maybe it falls into the next month, but some energy. I think actually some of the other colors that have previously come out are now coming out as well. So Aja Wilson's going to have a moment again on the cusp of the WNBA season that starts only in a couple weeks. So super excited about that. We got the DT96 returns in an all over red, the love letter, absolute fire. Now we did already get some special makeups of the LeBron 21. And hey, if you didn't hear, the Minnesota Timberwolves, if you can believe, and I'm kind of surprised that it went this quickly and this quietly, but AE's no joke. AE and the Timberwolves. And I loved because they got a couple old Knicks on there in Chanzo and Randall ousted the Lakers and Luka and LeBron in 5 games. So they're calling AE the Kingslayer now, which is a fun play on words, but this is the campaign that they've been on for some time, ever since AE was a force and had his own shoe. So good on Adidas for making this run. But on the loser side, LeBron has already come up with a DT96. Now there's going to be a Prime 23 Fire Red. So another makeup. Deion Sanders Diamond Turf inspiration now plunked on a LeBron 21. So May 9th is the date for that one. May 10th, we get a weathered, worn-looking, reimagined UNC Jordan 1. Definitely excited for this one for those who have never got a chance to get the UNC, because this is a colorway that's never really come out in full force other than like the OG ones, and people, slid on that one. So May 10th is when you're going to get a crack at that. Alma Meir is back in the game. We got we got a white violet or an Alma Meir Jordan 5. So that one's exciting. An all clean white shoe for the month of May. That essentially drops the day before Mother's Day on the 15th. Actually, Mother's Day is a little earlier this year. Mother's Day is the 11th, so this is the one that launches on the Wednesday. If you line up that Mother's Day gift, they're going to need that UNC Jordan 1 or something else from that mix. We get the Katie 18 the Air Bacon inspired one, so that's exciting. We get a Kool-Aid and Ja Morant mixed berry. Now, I'm not a big fan of Ja Morant, but this one is 2 different colors, so this one is different than some of the others. Fast forward to May 17th, going into the long weekend here in Canada. We call it May 2-4 weekend, or not Labor Day, but Victoria Day weekend after Queen Victoria. So we get the Mellow 12 in men's sizes. Gonna be an absolute amazing one. We have the Hyper Ice / Nike Recovery boot. Don't know a lot about this. It's funky looking. Like, this is like something straight out of space. And again, with the Rejuvenate and some of the other shoes that have come out, or slides or slip-on shoes, this is kind of along the mode that this is a shoe that, if you're post sport, you're gonna wear. And then we got the OG women's high Jordan 1 in the ruby on the 22nd. And then this is the banger. This is the one that everyone has got to have. This is the white cement 4. Jordan 4, white cement, full family. May 24th, right in the long weekend for the United States. Gonna be at absolute chaos, but there is crazy pairs. You still might be challenged to get one if you don't play your cards right. So something definitely to have a look at. Definitely one that people are going to be chasing. We wrap up the month with the Rust Pink women's Jordan 1. I don't know, it's a men's one, Jordan 1 low, but it's Rust Pink. It's definitely a dope colorway for the summertime. I know there's a lot of black on it because of the mud guard, and even the laces are black, but I'm sure you can flip it to pink. But you got to see that in hand. So, from WNBA shoes to the Jordan 4 white cement, then we got, going backwards, we got the 11 on top of a UNC. Nothing really on Sunday as we're around the corner, except for the women's 4, but that is a loaded month with a lot of gems. that we have on the horizon. And hey, you know, we also got a Kobe 9 EM Mbotica that just released on the 1st. So the first to kick off the month has been absolutely loaded. Oh yeah, the Funfetti Jaw 2 PE is also made its way onto the marketplace. So there has been a lot of heat. Now, some people were saying that April was a little lackluster. Well, we did get the a couple other things since I did the April edition. There was another Action Bronson New Balance collaborations along with the Puma LaFranc, that the whole Chevrolet Book One. So we got the gold leaf, we got the blazer in 2 different colors. So some fun stuff definitely has come out. And we just got to continue to think that, the sneaker game is going to continue to evolve and continue to have interesting things that end up in the marketplace. So a lot of good energy that is out there in sneakers right now. So something to get excited about, something to look forward to. And then, hey, June's got some joints. There's the Unapologetic A1. We got a Kobe 9 Elite. We got the Sabrina 3 coming out in the summertime. We got more colors of the A1. So it's like almost once every month or every second month that there's another one. There's more foams, including the Cough Drop that is come out in the fall. And then the Indiana Fever Kobe 5 looks incredible. This may be one of the best Kobe's the entire year. So there is a lot of fire still to come this year. On top of it, things, we still even got the Kobe in Canada yet. It's been delayed. Don't be surprised if that shows up in May and people get a chance to get a crack at that. Also, there's a Foamposite. It was like a white and not Carolina, but light blue. That's been pushed to later this month. So that is on the horizon. Also, things that launched later in Canada. So we also get the Kobe 6 Dodgers, which launched earlier in the United States. That ends up at the end of May. And on top of then, we get the second edition of the Rare Air Pack. So we first already got the 1. There's lots of ones out there, but someone that's excited for it is the 3. People are asking about it. How can I get my hands on this one? So another one that is very, very exciting and is going to make a banger. I don't know how people navigate sneakers in this day and age. Like, how do you get all these if you're after them? I think even we I think another one that got pushed, the Kobe 5 launches on my birthday. So, hey, anyone want to buy me a birthday gift? I will take a Kobe 9 high, the Kobe. But there's so much heat that's coming out this month. Hopefully this is a kickoff in terms of the weather changing in Toronto. We really get cranked up, but amazing things, some great things happening. But this is Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. Some dope stuff is happening in the month of May. Hopefully you've been saving your money because April was a little lackluster. There will be some gems in the summertime, but this month is loaded. Pick what you love. Don't be influenced by others. If you're copping sneakers, cop the ones that you like, and that's how you should roll. We are on the verge of Game 6, Knicks, Pistons. Let's get after it. New York, we got to bring home. I got my Knicks sweater on, got my Knicks hat on. We need to get to the Boston series and see how we really line up because we have actually crapped the bed. But we can't even talk about Boston if we can't beat Detroit. And this is not a good idea if this game goes 7. So we need to handle business and hold it down. And let's wrap up the Pistons in 6. I said in the beginning, dogfight of a series, Knicks in 6. Let's close it out. That's it. Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. Sneakers in May will be absolutely exciting. We're going to have to talk about some people that make some cops. We have some other great episodes coming. If you haven't got a chance to check that Mount Rushmore one that I did with Isaac about a week and a half ago, Absolutely amazing episode. One of the best episodes we've done in recent time. It's lengthy. Take it in the car when you're on a ride. Definitely the 30th anniversary of The Infamous. For those hip hop heads out there, you got to take that one in. There have been some other great ones, including the April. It really broke down some amazing stuff that's coming out for the summertime, which I've also touched in May. But there were some gems that you may need to get your hands on in April. So there's still time. You may have to go to the secondary market or see what is available, because things continue to trickle in and happen. But something for everyone. We got sports. We're going to have to do a WNBA preview on the horizon as the season's going to get cranked up. They start playing next week in preseason, and it's going to be a very interesting series. I'm talking to my bestie, aka my sister Sarah, and we were talking about it. And the season is just wide open with a bunch of teams that got a shot. So let's see how it rolls out. Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life, May Sneakers, plus many other great episodes. Apple, Spotify, Google if you listen there. And definitely you can see this one live and uncut on YouTube. That's Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. We out.